Hey everyone, welcome back to Pretending with Dice. As always, I'm your host and game master, AJ. Today's episode, we're continuing our voyage on the USS Aristotle, playing Star Trek Adventures with our friends from the Spotlight podcast, Liam, Matt and Paul. Before I recap what happened last time though, just a couple of announcements to make. First up, I've talked about it on a couple of our previous episodes, but it is now live, the first episode of the D20 Summit podcast. The first episode is just a general discussion about running, playing, and podcasting RPGs. It was a ton of fun to record, and you can check it out by heading to @D20 Summit on Twitter, or by searching D20 Summit on your podcatcher of choice. The first episode features players and DMs from the Moisture Farmers, Penance RPG, Chimpions, and the Indoorsman, along with myself, so check it out. Secondly, this has also been mentioned previously, but I'm probably going to keep talking about it until the event happens. We will be at Dragon Meet 2017 as part of their podcast zone on Saturday, December 2nd in London. Jason and I are going to be there with a table, so come along and say hi. We're going to try and get a bunch of stickers and things for you guys to have made up for the event. It'd be super awesome to see a bunch of you. Head on over to dragonmeet.co.uk for tickets and more details. Okay then, on to today's episode. Last time, the crew of the USS Aristotle received a distress call from a freighter, apparently under attack by unknown assailants. In the time it took for the ship to warp to the site of the battle, however, it apparently was all over and done with. There was no sign of anyone there, and they found the freighter, the USS Pelican, floating dead in space. The captain, along with Ensign Ejno and a security officer, beamed over to investigate, and they found the ship completely deserted. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Commander Roche had been detecting some odd things in the vicinity, which after some investigation turned out to be a cloaked Klingon bird of prey lurking out of sight. Not once to skulk away after being discovered, however, the Klingons attacked after a brief conversation with Commander McCarthy. Their smaller vessel was no match for the recently upgraded Aristotle, however, and they were disabled, venting atmosphere and heavily damaged. That's where we left off. Let's get into it. So what would you, going out of initiative then, I guess, at this point, because they can't really do anything back after that crazy fast volley of phaser fire, What would you guys like to do?
First, we need to move out of the way of their ship, surely, because they're still coming towards us.
It's kind of listed, it's not, you would calculate it probably wouldn't hit you, it's just going to kind of fly by at
I mean, the Klingons, as far as I know them, would want to be taken alive, so I think we need to get over there and sort of take control of that.
Almost the opposite, really. They would not want to be taken prisoner.
Yeah. They're not going to take prisoners, and we need at least one of them to kind of interrogate. I think perhaps because their shields down, could we beam some of them straight to the brig out of that ship?
You could do that, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that way we can interrogate them, and they can't. Yeah. Because that ship's not going anywhere, is it?
No, it's just kind of listing. Like you've got the listing Federation transport, and you've got the listing.
If we the entire bridge crew straight to the brig, then they're going to be leaderless, rudderless, and fucked.
Yeah,
that's quite a lot of Klingons at the same time, though. Are we prepared for that?
Well, we're a full power ship. Like we haven't taken any damage whatsoever.
But could they not?
That was quite a lot. I wasn't expecting you guys to do that much damage, to be honest.
Basically, we get to dictate the terms here. This is the first size treaty. We've got to bring them to their knees.
Okay. Well, can I make another order?
Sure.
So where are we beaming them into? The brig?
Yeah, I think directly to the brig, where they'll be under security.
So immediately they'll be under security and stuff like that. Okay. So they'll be behind,
The force field.
got beamed into force field.
Yeah,
by
like
phosphorus.
Khan in
Right. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Just a little hokey hole where we can put food through, maybe.
Okay. I sign off on that, Ferrero. It's the first good suggestion you've made all day.
Okay. Let's have you make another sensor scan then to check into, because you got to lock onto them.
Yeah. Sure.
Or you don't know how many have survived, I guess, really either. So
it's a sensor scan. We're scanning the bridge, so it's a very fine.
Just taking the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, but we want the ringleaders here.
All right. Okay.
You don't want the janitor.
No.
Klingon janitor.
It's like, we've got your janitor. If you ever want to see him again, you better tell us what you know.
He's a really good janitor from what I hear, so think carefully.
If you don't want to have to clean out your own fucking toilets, then you'll listen to what we're saying. The worst. Some terrible gawk shit.
What George Lucas here.
Okay, make a sensors.
Okay, what I'm going to use here, I'm going to use control. And
This would be control, science, and then this would be difficulty 2 as well.
3, 11,
11.
18.
18.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 out of 3. That's pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
but you almost let yourself down with the ship there as well. But like,
How did I?
that's fine. Okay, so you do detect the life signs on the bridge. In general, the ship does appear to be kind of venting atmosphere from certain places. There's only about 10 to 15 life signs on the whole thing now, and some of them are fairly weak, and the ones on the bridge are 1 or 2 of them on the bridge seem to be, you would guess, maybe unconscious at least.
Can we split them into some into the medical bay for CPR?
The transporters officer would have to do that separately. Yeah, you could do separate beam mounts.
No medical bay. All to the brig from the bridge.
If that's you can do that.
Might I quote the Geneva Convention on Klingons?
There's no Geneva Convention on deep space. To the brig with them.
I like how the captain's away, so you're just like, I will rule this ship with an iron fist. Okay. Well, let's take that opportunity then to cut back to the other ship. Now, you guys, I'm assuming, don't know. You don't really know what's going on. You're kind of wandering down.
I'd say we've heard rumblings outside, but that's not how space works.
That's not how space works. No.
I have no idea.
But there's controls that still may work on that one that you could be following the action on.
The sensors, the main systems were down though. It was just kind of you had access to their archive, and that was
Me and
pretty
Cap
much
are
it.
on our way to engineering.
Yeah, you're just kind of walking through the corridors.
Well, maybe you can kick up the systems again when you're in engineering. That might be a way of hot wiring it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can get in touch with them as well and let them know what's happening. But I mean,
well, you can call us then.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so me and Cap are heading along.
You're heading down to
a little
engineering.
destroyed corridor, and I'm like, right, let me check in with the boys.
See what's happening going on over there.
Hey, all quiet on the Western Front?
Fuck no!
What do you mean, what have you done?
Well, let McCarthy tell you. I don't need to explain myself to you, Esno.
The captain chimes in and goes, "Can you explain to me, Commander?"
Is it okay if Esno doesn't listen, sir? This should be captain to captain.
You're not a captain, I'm the captain.
But I am acting.
Right now. I think what you're looking for is Crapton.
Captain, you're dividing me.
Okay, the captain turns to you. Well, he's in a different room anyway. He kind of talks over the radios as well. I'll catch you up, Esno.
Alright, whatever. I don't care that much. I don't like the McCarthy guy.
I think if you ever get out of this alive, there's going to be some serious shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's some severe attitude problems going on this starship, man.
You need to learn to love.
Okay, so are you going to ask what's going on? Are you?
Yes, please. What's happening, Commander?
Well, Captain, I'm recommending myself for accommodation. I just ordered that we blow a Klingon bird of prey out of the fucking sky.
Keep your language civil, please, Commander.
We've disabled their engines, their shields, their weapons. We've transported their entire bridge crew to the brig. We have been victorious.
I was not aware we were at war with the Klingon Empire, Commander, but we'll see how this shakes out when I get back.
They were friends, Captain.
I'm not disputing that, but obviously this is a delicate situation.
Is it?
Yes, it's. Need I remind you again? We are
You've always been soft on the Klingons, haven't you, Captain?
I will not brook that tone from you, Commander. This is my vessel.
Isn't it true that you campaigned for a stay of execution on Commander Klingon, who committed war crimes?
I'm not aware of any Commander Klingon that we've ever put on trial in the Federation.
I don't know them by name. I'm not as close and fuzzy to them as you are.
This is really taking a turn.
They're just Klingons. Dirty, grubby Klingons.
A little bit racist there, Commander.
The kind of Klingons that killed my mother and father. Have you forgotten that, Captain?
You've never told me that.
Didn't even read my file when I came on board your ship, did you, Captain?
I read it thoroughly enough.
Slack.
Is this your backstory?
I've decided it is now. Yeah. I've got loads of backstory, mate. Mate, I'm keeping to my values. Cheating helps you win. Never stop fighting. My way or the highway. Evasive action. It's all there, mate.
But,
character.
okay, Commander, we will be having a very serious talk when I return to the ship.
You return.
Consider yourself relieved of duty, Commander. Go to your quarters.
There's something to verify.
You're breaking up, sorry.
Oh God.
Communications, can we get them back? No?
Sorry,
Captain.
Sorry, leans in. She says, they are receiving you loud and clear, Commander.
At this point, Ferrero Rocher sends a text message saying, would you like me to remove him from active duty, Captain?
I believe that might be prudent,
Okay.
Commander.
Security team on the bridge.
His security team, ignore that order. Remember, I am first officer on the ship.
Patch in the captain to a ship-wide broadcast.
Do not patch in. I have full authority. Have we got these Klingons to the brig yet?
No, you haven't told anybody to do it yet.
Right.
It's not even our turn though.
It's not. Yeah, we were with Matt, and then like this all kind of fell off the rails a little
Someone get these Klingons to the damn brig now, before we run out of time.
bit. Okay, well.
How do I get these Klingons to the brig? Right?
Okay, well,
Your turn.
we just say. Well, no, we're kind of out of turns at this point because the combat's sort of.
Over.
Yeah, because you disabled the ship pretty badly.
Okay.
But yeah, this has taken a bit of an unexpected turn here.
Good twist.
Okay, so you don't hear any of this, Esno, because you tuned out with your communicator. So you and Kappa head to the engineering room. Mm-hmm. It does appear that again the signs of fighting in there. It's damages along the wall and that, and again it's deserted. The warp core does seem to be offline. It's a little bit of an older model, definitely not as up to spec as the one on the Aristotle and that, but yeah, it all seems to have been shut down. So
If I get the warp core back online, does that power up everything else?
it might help some of the systems get back online.
Can I have a crack at that?
You sure can,
Enlisting
yeah.
Kappa's help if he's any better.
Yeah, he can assist you.
Yeah.
This I think would be a reason engineering check.
Cool. That's 13.
This would be difficulty 3 as well, because it has, the ship's been damaged.
Okay.
I'm going to have Kappa assist you. If anybody wants to roll for Kappa, this again could be a reason engineering. You've got to get below a 9. Kappa.
Well, I got a 1.
That's pretty good.
19 was the other one.
And 16.
Okay, so Kappa fails. There's not any way for you to get any more enough successes that you would need for this point. So you're unfortunately unable to bring the warp core back online.
Okay.
It does appear to be beyond your capabilities.
I fiddle with it, see that I fucked it, and throw it away and go, I don't know what's happening, Kappa. I mean, I'm blaming it on you, really.
Kappa's like, well, I don't know. I'm security. We should have brought an engineer over.
More people. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yes. Well,
can I look around the room and see if there's anything else that I haven't seen?
sure. I guess this. I mean, no, you don't need to make a check for this. Again, most of the control panels and that are offline. There's disruptor fire burns on the wall, which looks like somebody was in here firing a gun, and that there is what looks to be at first glance a blood stain along one of the walls, but there's no sign of a body at all.
What colour is the blood?
Red. That's a good question, actually. You know.
Yeah, I stick my finger in it and lick it and go, human.
It's a little creepy.
I had to be sure.
Kappa kind of looks at you. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
We did this all the time back in the academy, didn't we?
I
Licking
didn't.
blood?
Was that just me?
That was my minor.
Not over in operations. We didn't.
So, signs of a struggle. So there's blood, but there's still no bodies.
No.
Curious.
Can you use a tricorder to see if there was any disintegration of anybody? Maybe people
Any
dead
residue
bodies.
or something? You could. Yeah. You could make a.
Yeah. Oh, is that? A
This
thing
would
I have?
be a reason science check.
Okay.
So kind of tricky for you. I guess this would be difficulty 2.
Okay. That's 12.
That's not too bad.
There's good rolls. 11. 10.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Around where the bloodstain is, there's no signs of disintegration near there, but you do find some just signs of biological matter in around near one of the other blast points, and that, which would suggest that maybe somebody was hit with a very high-powered disruptor and just completely vaporized. Then there's only kind of a few cells left over.
That was a good idea that I'm sure Freya Russia would have had. That I thought of.
The little voice in the back of your head going,
Yeah, I just knew he's talking.
Maybe run the DNA of those cells against the log of the ship.
I'm getting all these great ideas through. Yeah. So how much of the log do we have access to? Is that last entry and other normal?
You can
stuff?
get the ship's
Yeah, stars
complement.
right?
Yeah, you know how many people and who they were
Okay.
who were on there.
Do we have the using the tricorder?
You can
do that
save.
check?
You can kind of save the things. It might make more sense to download the log and do it back over on the
I'll grab a
Aristotle.
sample of
Oh, good
of
idea.
the cells and the blood
Yeah.
in my pouch.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, yeah, tricorder can do all of that. Yeah, sure. I guess make a difficulty 1, a reason science check again, a reason medicine check this time, just to kind of try and get hold of some
I'm
samples.
not up on my medicine, but I got 2.
Okay, there's only a difficulty 1, so that's one success, so that's fine. What did you get with the other one?
17.
17. Okay, so long as you didn't get a 20, you're alright. Yeah.
I've dropped the thing I've just filled up with.
No. Okay, so you're fine. At this point, the captain walks in. He looks angry. Says, "You should pack up. We're going back over to the Aristotle. Something's happening."
Let me guess. McCarthy.
Well, yes, that and some Klingons apparently.
Klingons? Well, no, I knew something was up. I have just found a little...
Thank you for feigning surprise there, Ensign. He taps his communicator. He doesn't call the bridge. He calls directly to the transport room. Says, "Transporter chief, bring us back over." There's a brief gap. Did you say you got on the comm and were like, "Don't bring the captain back over"?
Yeah.
The transport chief is loyal to his captain.
But
He is though.
understand.
Yeah, you are acting erratically.
Can I contact the transporter chief?
We're not going to be able to preempt this.
I mean, this is tough because I'm trying to think how long it would take that security team that Dr. Roche called for to get to the bridge.
Well, I've stopped them. I'm out.
I mean, have you though? Like,
So they're not listening to him. End of the day, I've told them I'm reporting him for mental instability. Like,
But then they realise that I'm a doctor with a higher reason count.
that doesn't.
Yeah.
that doesn't really.
doctors are often as mad as their patients, they say. And that's as good as any diagnosis.
Well, let's answer this question then. Did you, as soon as you called off the security team, call the transporter chief and okay?
I've got a good reason as well.
Okay.
I've got a good reason. I'm actually thinking about the safety of everyone on this vessel.
Let's play that out then while you were checking for samples and that. So the transporter chief, we'll do this as a little mini scene. Did you go down there or did you just phone him up essentially? Called him on the communicator.
I went down.
You went down personally. Okay. So he's in his room, keeping a lock on the captain, and that. He looks up as you open the door. Says, "Oh, Commander, wasn't expecting to see you down here."
I know someone of my rank wouldn't be usually seen down in the transporter room, but I have grave.
It's a little bit elitist, man.
I have grave news. As you know, there was a Klingon ship on the starboard bow. We disabled it completely through my evasive action. However, I've been doing some research into why it could have been there. It's too big of a connection that there would be this other ship there at the same time. It's the Klingon trap. Unfortunately, the captain and Enzo have been compromised. We cannot transport them back and risk every life on the ship.
That's. I mean, I can scan them from here. They really only have their standard issue. I mean, how would they? Oh, it's not my place to really question, I guess, Commander. But they've only been gone 5-10 minutes. How could that be a?
I have reason to believe they're undercover Klingon agents. Can always happen.
I like that you just. It's just fully jumping off the deep end here.
Okay.
Well, you're left on the bridge.
Yeah, well,
you're in charge.
I
Yeah.
have access to the command control.
Ferrero gonna go rogue.
Well, no, I've gone rogue. One of my focuses is Starfleet protocol.
Yeah, I mean,
We know in this situation how to have correctly applied it. I think, unfortunately, Captain McCarthy is acting, I think, in contravention of the rules.
Yeah, I mean.
And I believe there needs to be some way to contain him. I think he's actually let himself down into a trap by going down, by leaving the bridge into the transport room. I believe I could order. Well, I could get in touch with the captain.
Yeah.
And just say, this is what I want to do. If you say yes, then
Disable all communications.
Wait, who are you ordering that? Everyone on the bridge.
We can put
yeah.
stasis fields around the thing and send the security team down to contain the commander. And
Yeah, you probably could.
I think we need to convene a hearing at the earliest opportunity when we reach the starbase.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
Okay, Captain, this is Rocher. We have a situation over here. The commander, McCarthy, is acting erratically.
You're telling me? I just spoke to him.
Made permission, please, to invoke Starfleet Order General Order 12. The captain is showing that his instability in the mental capacities to run the ship. He can be contained until the court martial can be convened.
I concur.
Okay.
Now get me back over there.
Okay, emergency beam to can we beam site to site transport?
I don't know how many transport rooms that class of Starship has.
Okay,
It's not on the sheet.
it's not on the sheet.
Oh dear.
I'm just thinking because it would still have to go through. This isn't like Voyager or whatever, where it's just like we'll beam from there to there, we'll beam to the toilet because we can't be asked to walk. It's
Yes.
kind of a.
Well, I could dispatch a shuttlecraft to pick you up.
Yes, you could do that.
Yeah, we've got 2 shuttlecraft. Okay, so I'm going to launch a shuttlecraft to bring you back.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
No, you can just call down to the shuttle,
Okay.
the hangar bay if you want. And
Shuttle bay. You won't believe this. We actually need you.
Oh my god.
Sitting there, we use the transport for years. Since transport was invented, you've been very quiet. I know, but this is your lucky day. You need 3 crewmembers picked up. They're on the engineering deck of the Pelican.
Yep.
You find them, bring them back, and then get the captain to the bridge as soon as possible.
Very well. We'll launch shuttle 2.
Okay. In the meantime, this is security.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go to security. We're going to send a team down to this transporter room.
I've left the transport room, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, well-
I'm going to use a shipwide scan to track you, so I basically...
Internal sensors.
Internal sensors are going to be used to
Sure.
lock onto the life sign of McCarthy, and that will direct the security team to corner him and attempt an arrest.
Sure.
Have we got those Klingons over into the brig yet?
No, nobody's.
I did order that. Why is this not been done?
Okay, well let's say
Is this Ferrero again?
Yeah. Okay.
Scuttle by every
More in
car.
danger from you.
Yeah. You've gone a little bit off the rails. Yeah. No. Okay. We'll just say that. Yeah, that happened. That
Okay,
they were
well,
being
I'm going
across.
straight to the brig then.
Okay.
Yes, damn right you are. There's a bloody room.
Okay. So this how to do this. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to get that shuttle over and back again.
Yeah.
Dear.
But you've left the transporter room now. The at this point, the transporter chief calls up to verify with you what happened.
Lieutenant Commander, I've just had Commander McCarthy in here. He says that the captain's been compromised. Well, what should we do?
I have the direct orders from the captain that he is in control of the situation and that he needs to be beamed back at the OSWC. A start of the craft has been dispatched, but if you can get him back here any quicker, that's the way to go.
Well, I can definitely do that.
Do you trust him after I've just told you, and I'm higher ranking than him?
Well, no, we actually are the same rank.
Well, you're commander, you're lieutenant commander, aren't you?
Oh, it says commander on here.
Oh, does it? Okay, fair enough. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys are pretty much the same rank.
And I've got focus in Starfleet protocol. So
Yeah,
I'm still acting captain.
I'm applying the law, and the captain has relieved you of your duties.
Surely he would.
I did say relieve. I did relieve your duties as the captain, didn't I?
Did the transport room guy hear that?
No, he wouldn't have done.
Well, there you go then. You only got my word to go on.
The captain has relieved the commander of his duties.
Oh, very well.
Acting in contravention of Starfleet protocol, and efforts are underway to apprehend him.
Perhaps the conspiracy has spread.
Okay.
Just around going, Klingon agents, Klingon agents,
You're a Klingon. You're a Klingon. Okay. So the security, the transport chief said,
I didn't know, Commander. I apologise. I'll get the captain back.
Don't apologise. I'm going to see that you get an award for this.
But no need to go that far. But I appreciate it. I'll beam them directly back.
You can't buy your loyalty.
You're not there. Say this.
Okay.
I'm always listening.
So without warning, then, as you know, you suddenly feel the glow of a transporter beam
what's happening?
washing over.
Plans are changing. Woo!
Yeah. And you find yourself back in the transporter room with the captain and Kappa. There's a sort of rather confused-looking transporter chief in front of you behind his desk.
I sort of look at him like, huh? And he goes,
Yeah, he sort of like, you guys are, what, transport chief? Yeah, they're enlisted men. They're kind of below you, but like, yeah, he sort of gives you a sort of kind of a shrug of like, you don't want to know, man. sort of thing.
Where do I need to go with these samples of mine?
You go to the med bay.
Okay, I'll head there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go and meet him in the med bay because I have medicine.
At this point, then, okay, so
the captain's going to the bridge.
The captain is going to join the security team, going after Commander McCarthy. So we'll rejoin you as you enter the brig.
So obviously the people in the brig, they don't know yet in terms of what's going on.
No, they knew that the Klingons were being beamed in, and they haven't heard anything since then.
This reminds me of that Frasier episode, like terror, nightmare.
Right. Okay. So the Klingons are now beamed aboard, yeah.
Yes, they're
so
in.
Who's running the brig?
There's a couple of low-ranking security officers there behind a desk. The Klingons are behind force fields.
Are they armed?
No, then. Any weapons that they were holding were deactivated by a transporter beam.
No, I mean the security officers.
Yeah, they've got phasers.
They've got excellent.
Oh no.
Right, so the Klingons there. Who's the in charge of the Klingons?
You can ask.
Who's in charge here?
One of the Klingons sort of stands up. He's bleeding from the side of his head. Says, Captain Corta was in charge. He died in your attack.
A warrior's death. Better than the ones you will have. Security, keep him alive and execute every last Klingon here in front of him while he watches.
They don't move because they kind of look at each other like, Commander, that's not in regulations. We can't do that.
Are you disobeying the commanding officer?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll do it myself. I grab one of the phasers. Can I grab one of the phasers? Do I have to throw dice to grab a phaser?
I mean,
I've got my own phaser.
Are you kidding me? Like there's two of them.
No, but I'm their commanding officer. They're not going to stop me. So
yeah, they are.
Can I throw?
Are you trying to grab a phaser off of one of them?
Well, if I've got my own phaser, I can use that.
I mean, you could have your own. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So I fire the phaser at the Klingon I've just spoken to.
Okay, yeah, it hits the force field and doesn't do anything.
I'll disable that.
You need to be the console where the men are to do that.
I'd push one of them out of the way and disable it.
They would stop you.
What? No, because I've got a fitness of 10.
I know.
That just
And
means
that's what you didn't reckon for.
just means you're pretty good at lifting things, isn't?
So yeah, I lift him out of the way and then disable that force field.
All right, this may take a couple of checks here to see what happens. This is tricky.
Most regular.
Yeah, this is most irregular. Although
How far away is the security team?
the security team, I mean, they're not at the door yet.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, so are you trying to? Well, how are you pushing the guy out of the way? Are you like full on punching him out of the way, or
No, because the thing is at the moment, surely I'm still their commanding officer. Although they may not obey the order, they're surely not going to move to kind of do anything to me first, because I am in charge.
No, but you just threatened the life of prisoners.
Yeah, you're just saying like
But
I'm going to
it's more
execute these.
important, the prisoners or me.
No, following the protocol is more important than you. Which is that killing unarmed prisoners is not
What about?
Starfleet is about.
Why is there no obedience in Starfleet? There's no discipline. Literally.
Like, to be fair, you're the renegade in this situation. Like,
they're disobeying direct orders. So
are you.
yeah, they.
So I would turn around and go,
Starfleet.
"You're on charge."
Starfleet's not about following orders blindly. It's about following the Prime Directive and generally being kind of a goody two shoes. If you wanted to execute people, you should have been in the Klingon Navy.
Well, maybe I should have been.
Now, who's a Klingon agent?
So yeah, okay. Well, I push the person who's got access to the force field out of the way.
Okay, can I get a? I guess this will be a fitness security check.
But they're all the Klingons. Are they in separate bays?
There's like 3 separate cells. Each one's got about 5 Klingons in it.
Okay, so I
1 or 2 of the Klingons, and each one is.
open one of them.
Okay. Well, can I get a fitness?
I open the one with the most wounded Klingon.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Can I get a fitness security check? This is to you trying to push the dude out of the way.
So just grab 2 dice, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to actually have this be an opposed check because the guy really doesn't want. Like, you told him you were going to open the force field and start executing people.
Yeah.
He's a man of conscience. He takes his job in Starfleet and as a security officer very seriously, and he doesn't really want you on his watch to start killing people. So he's going to try and stop you from pushing him aside. So
we'll see. I've got a 10 and a 17.
what was your target
My
number?
fitness is 10, and what's the other bit?
It's a security. So
So that's 14.
14.
So that means
1 success.
this one I've got a success.
I also got 1 success.
Okay.
So both characters succeed. Compare the total momentum generated on each task. So I've got my cheat sheet here for the listeners at home. The character with the higher momentum wins and achieves the goal. The loser then. In the case of a tie, the active character wins. So yeah, you managed to push him out of the way.
Excellent.
All right.
So
I'm gonna regret this, but yeah, you were able to push him out of the way.
So I able to push out of the way. So I disable the force field on the most wounded Klingons. So they open. That opens, and then can I start executing them now?
What a question.
What have they ever done to you?
Yeah, what have they ever done to you? But okay,
They're Klingon scum.
so
Do you want to maybe find out what's happening?
Yeah.
Let them die.
the force field comes down. You step out from behind the desk. At that second, the door to the brig opens. The captain steps in, looking very angry. Says, "What are you doing, McCarthy?"
Turn around, and I say, taking command, and shoot them with the phaser.
Okay, make. You shoot the captain?
Yes.
Fucking hell. Make a control security task. This is difficulty 2.
Excellent.
where can I be at this point?
I'm assuming
Ferraro trying to save the day.
you guys are in the med bay. I'll get to you in a second. This is escalating.
Right, so what do I need for this?
This is control security. It's difficulty 2. I'm gonna
so that's
also award myself 2 threat because you're fucking escalating this all over the place, man.
Okay, shall we? Okay, cool. So I've got a. Was that 9 or 6?
That's a 6.
I got 6 and a 17, so that's 1 success.
Now this is difficulty 2, so you miss.
Right. But I hit one of the security guys.
No, you just kind of shoot the door.
Oh, okay. And it
Yeah.
gets off and hits the captain.
Not really, no. He does have a.
Right in this story.
Were you firing like to kill or to stun?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fucked up. I'm giving another threat. I'm gonna have the captain fire back at you, set to stun.
Pussy.
That is a 3 and a 13, and his. Sure, I got my auxiliary personnel file sheet here. His control security was 14, so that is a successful hit on you. I need to roll damage.
Cheering the damaging of our own by the office.
I thought we were a team, man.
So it's only stun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucked up place.
Literally. Stun.
This is not really the first assignment you thought you were gonna get,
No.
was it? No.
Oh, this ship is exciting. I like it.
I like it.
I'm really hoping that Star Trek Discovery is this intense.
Okay, that's a lot of
Isaac's good.
that's a lot of 6s. Okay, so that's a 3 or 4. Okay, so on my 7 damage dice, because he's got quite a high security rating, I rolled damage on 5 of them. 4 of those have effects.
Shit yourself. As well as falling asleep.
Jumps to the ground.
Yes. A shitty quivering red, I should hope. And I believe this act of saving in front of the Klingons should have some kind of impact on how they perceive us as well. That we the captain.
Peace.
Well, yeah. Captains see that that's the
ultimate
Well,
sacrifice.
surely, but what I found interesting about this is what everyone's forgotten is before I turned around the captain.
The Klingons were free.
The Klingon, 5 of the Klingons were free.
But they were all the injured ones. So they are just falling along the ground.
They don't need to do anything because you're firing.
Yeah, surely in the meantime they've attacked everyone else.
No, they've looked at each other and gone, these guys have got
There's still one security guard with a phaser.
you can hold them.
They can hold them all back at bay.
Okay, so I do off the bat. I do 5 5. Yeah, 5 damage. But I'm actually going to spend. I can spend my threat to increase damage on this. You do, however, because I've done 5 damage. I believe you take an injury.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Here we could have that be that because I was shooting you set to stun. It could be that you take the stun full in the face and go unconscious.
Okay.
I feel like that would be a very cinematic moment that you fire at the captain going, I'm taking command. Then he ducks, shoots you back and stuns you.
Okay. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
are you
that's
happy to go
fine.
along with that? I'm
stunned
yeah.
into unconsciousness.
Again, people at home, I've got 4 threat that I still haven't spent. I rolled on my damage dice, I rolled a 1, a 5, a 5, a 6, a 6, and a 4 and a 3, which 4 and 3 get discounted. So you get injuries. It's like with the starship thing. If you do 5 damage, you get a breach on the starship. If you do 5 damage, to a person, they take an injury. So we can, I think, we can play a little fast and loose. I'm going to interpret that as like you were stunned.
Okay.
Yeah? In terms of moving the story along a little bit. Okay. So you are down for the count.
Okay.
The captain,
For now.
at this point, he turns to the security officer and goes, "Get those injured Klingons to sick bay. Clear up one of these cells. Put the commander in it before he wakes up." So we're going to cut now to the med bay.
The 2 sane members.
So
You wouldn't believe it, Resno. The guy just went absolutely fucking bonkers.
What did he start doing?
Just trying to take command.
Take command.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it.
This is day one, isn't it?
I know. He was.
You're a couple of weeks into your into your patrol.
The last couple of weeks, the guy's a complete loon.
God, I'm glad I accepted that away mission now.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in the med bay. You've got your samples. You've met him down here. You're just explaining to him the situation. At this point, security officers come in carrying, along with a couple of the nurses, carrying 4 or 5 Klingons on stretchers. They look pretty badly burned and unconscious, and that they're put into med bays and onto like med beds. Medi beds, and the doctor,
Pulaski.
This is a young Dr. Pulaski, is it?
Dr. Pulaski. Mysteries.
I think I think this is like 100 years before.
Very young.
Yeah, this would be young ass Dr. Pulaski.
His granddad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This could be Pulaski Senior.
Pulaski Senior.
A grizzled old man.
What I really want is a daughter who's really boring.
I want a daughter who hates transporters and robots.
Yeah.
No, let's go with a different. Well, we can go with Dr. Pulaski if you want.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Canonical.
Pulaski Senior. Okay. So Dr. Pulaski puts his cigar out. Says,
on the Klingon.
"That's a pretty
He's burnt already.
That's a pretty bad burn there." Oh yeah. No. Says, "There's a lot of damage here. This is gonna be an all-night job." Dr. Roche, can you do that analysis yourself? I don't really have the time right now with all this wounded.
Absolutely. By the way, I hope your transfer from Battlestar Galactica has gone well. Since you like, see the guy with chain smoking.
It's good to be on the fracking ship.
Yeah, it was good to have you. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to save a line with these players.
Are you? No, he kind of said like he hasn't really got the time to help you analyze the samples.
Okay, so
you can feel like
and with backup from Esno, but I've got 4 medicine and 9 on control.
This would be more of a reason medicine check
Or reason medicine.
to analyze the samples.
Yeah, Roche, I picked up these. I scooped up a lot. It's some blood for sure. I know that. And I'm not sure what's in this other one. It's just disintegrated.
Yeah, you picked up some kind of there's biological matter that was left over near to a.
Well, let's have a look at that one then. I'm going to run a scan on that.
Okay, so go ahead. You can use
15 I've got.
15. Yeah.
I've got an 8. 17.
17. You can assist if you like.
Yeah.
And you can also have the ship systems assist as well. The ship systems, this would be, I guess, this would be like a computer's medicine check. I have everything else on there. That's the system that kind of ties in.
Okay.
So that's, you got to get below 10 on
This one for the ship then. 8.
8.
And for me, 18.
18.
I'm no help.
So 2 successes total. That's that's what you needed. So this is where it comes in handy using the ship and stuff as well, because you get the extra.
Yeah.
Rather than being like, I'm going to figure this out in a random house somewhere. It's like, no, we got all the ship systems to help us. So you are able to, for speed's sake, let's just say that while you were over there, you managed to download the ship's archives and the crew manifest over to your ship. Yeah, you are able to. Your analysis does tie into 2 separate crew members. The bloodstain is from a lower-ranking engineering crewman, which ties in with where you found it as well, and the cell biological matter ties in. The DNA match is to the chief engineer of the Pelican. I mean, make of that what you will.
I mean, there's nobody there. Could it be a case of 2 sides on the same side blasting each other both into smithereens, or the more likely option that Klingons beamed on and did something?
It's so unlikely for people start turning on each other. Like this is
Yeah, I mean, how often do mutinies happen?
How often do we have mutinies on a ship? Oh god, okay, the second one today. Okay.
Any ideas?
I think maybe can we talk to any of the Klingon, the most least wounded one, if they like they're in a.
All the ones in the med bay look pretty beat up. Really, they're all pretty much unconscious and bleeding and burnt and everything. You could, if you wanted to, head to the brig to talk to.
We could head to the brig, both of us. I think
Yeah.
we're all going to get in the same room. So we decide to take our information down to the brig
That's where the
and
answers
rejoin
are, I
with the
think.
captain.
Sure.
So we can start interrogating the much better Klingon crew.
Yeah. As you enter the brig, the captain is sort of standing there looking down at the still unconscious form of McCarthy. in his cell. You're pretty well stunned at this point, but he sees you enter. He says, I'll head back up to the bridge. He turns to the security chief. He says, let me know when he wakes up. And he leaves. So the Klingons are looking very confused at this turn of events, because as far as they knew, this sort of Starfleet officer came in waving a gun, threatened to execute them, tried to execute them before being shot by his captain. So they're looking a little bit...
Just another day on the Aristotle.
Yeah, they're a little bit like... I mean, you know Klingons as in your backstory. You've had some contact with them. You know their Klingon behaviour. These guys seem a little bit like freaked out. Obviously, they've survived their ship being severely damaged.
This plays right into our hands.
Yeah, you play crazy cop, good cop. Yeah.
Want us to wake him up? Because we'll do it.
We'll get him back in. We'll give him a gun.
Yeah. So I focus in linguistics
Sure.
on behaviour.
Yeah.
I walk up and down the Klingons and see one I think I might be able to just pull out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I asked the security guards to bring him to his own cell where me and Fresno can speak one-on-one.
You could have them bring him to like a side office or something.
Side office, yeah. And so I will start talking to him, saying...
Yeah. There is I want the security guard stays with him.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. So if he tries anything, we'll take him down. But yeah, I've got a focus in diplomacy, linguistics, and Klingon behaviour.
I feel like the Klingon behaviour is going to help you here.
Yeah. So I just say, as you may have noticed, we've had a little situation here. Probably isn't the first time you've seen a coup on a Klingon attempted on a Klingon vessel. You probably didn't think that it was the kind of thing that could happen on a Federation starship, but
For us, it is the way of life.
well, you see, we're more alike than you know. And I believe we have some common ground. We can all be crazy in our own way. Crazy like foxes. So how about you tell me what the hell happened with the Pelican?
Okay, make a... This will be...
Cut to ads. That's the commercial break.
This would be, I think, a presence... this is tough. I think presence security. Because you're... I know, like... Although maybe command, actually. Presence command, I think. Because you're... Yeah. Security a bit more... Yeah, it's tough. Because you're not really intimidating, are you? You're kind of...
Trying to find
some common ground.
Yeah. My values is everybody deserves a fair hearing.
Yeah.
So.
No, they haven't. Yeah, that plays in. I mean, the focus. I think it's going to be. What was the discipline we went with command? So what's your command value?
3.
3. Okay, so to get a critical success, then, because I really think Klingon behaviour. You've kind of related it into like you didn't expect to see this, but we know this is how this is going on. You know, we know you're used to this kind of behaviour. You found a little bit of a sort of like. See, you know. So I'll let you have that. I'll let you use Klingon behaviour on that. So this would be a presence command. I'm going to make this again difficulty 2. But if you roll 3 or under, that's a critical and accounts for 2 successes.
Ooh, okay.
So presence command.
18.
Oh, not great.
14.
14. What was your target number?
Well,
Presence command.
14 I had there.
14. So yeah, 1 success. I mean, you're there. You could attempt to.
Can I help?
You can attempt to assist. How would you assist him in this one? Kind of.
I've got to focus in composure. So I think if he sees me...
You can't really apply your focuses if you're assisting. If you're like the main guy. I think that's right. I'm going to house rule it.
Yeah, I kind of back up what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You can see a sort of flicker in his eyes that he is sort of seeing the common ground, but then he gets a little kind of smirk on the side of his mouth of like, he knows that you guys really weren't in a lot of control of that situation, if you know what I mean. Like, you didn't come at it from the strong, like you got the common ground there of like battling between captains and first officers, but it doesn't look good, does it? You know, it's not a it doesn't look like a strong negotiating position. So he's kind of like a little bit reluctant. He's like, huh.
Okay.
Well, I guess I slide up next to Ferrero, act as a unified front, and I say to the guy, you know, this has been a crazy day. The quicker you give us some answers, we can all go home. None of us want to be here. Let's just get through, and then whatever, you know, things you know might not be that bad for you. I mean, it can't get much worse than this, so help us out.
Okay.
He's gonna laugh in your face.
So okay, make a presence command roll just to assist, just to see. 1. Ooh, that's like a critical success.
Yeah. You got through to him.
He knows someone. I know someone.
Yeah,
we've got.
I feel like it's probably in the rules that like assisting can't happen unless you succeed or something. But
I think you might have got.
But at the same time, I think that's a good enough roll that I think it'd be quite. Yeah.
Silly not to.
We're playing fast and loose with the rules here today, guys. This is all of us our first time playing this game, so whatever. Yeah. Okay, so he you get through to him a bit, and he's like,
Ours was not the only vessel to make the journey across the neutral zone. We stayed behind to prey on any who would investigate, to claim more captives from your Federation.
Where are you taking them?
Back to the Empire.
So they've got a head start on us, but we can.
Are they on your ship that we've just shot?
No, there's 2 ships. One's gone, and that's got the.
I see. I thought it was from Pelican, the second ship.
No, you like you said, Paul. You could surmise from that maybe there were 2 birds of prey.
Okay.
One of them stayed behind after they sort of made a quick raid
to see who'd come and.
What rank are you in a position to make decisions on your crew?
The captain and the senior officers are all dead.
So yes.
Yeah. If you took an officer, do you think they might listen to you?
They might listen to my words, but none would agree. We did not fall in battle. There is no place for us now in Sto-vo-kor. We have lost our honor by being captured rather than killed in battle.
You got a family back home?
They now share in my dishonor.
I'll make you a deal. How about we give you back, if you give us the coordinates of your ship where it was going and we catch up to it, we'll make an offer to swap you for the crew that you've taken. And we're going to throw it in McCarthy.
And we don't have to even mention that you were captured. So the dishonor is gone. No one knows.
To capture a senior Starfleet officer could be a source of great honour for you.
They're on my side. They would have preferred to have died with honour because I would have killed them all. So
I feel like I mean, you'd know this with your Klingon behaviour. It's not so much they don't want people to find out. It's so much personal honour. They feel like they've lost. Like to be captured is one of the worst. Captured in battle rather than killed in battle is one of the worst.
You couldn't live with the dishonour.
Yeah, they don't want to live with the dishonour.
Doctor,
kind of
does mind wipe exist? We can erase the last few hours, maybe. Never have to know.
Do over. We're calling it do over.
Or we can bludgeon you until you get amnesia. Yeah. And if it kills you, then that's what you want. So.
Are you going to tell us where your ship was heading?
Make another. It's only be a difficulty 1, but make another presence command check. You can roll your 2 dice as well. It's just difficulty 1, so you only need 1 success.
6.
Okay.
That's enough, is it?
Yeah, but you might. Yeah.
2.
Okay, so you get another momentum point from that.
Roll that second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he says.
There is a base in the Kamar system, close to the Klingon edge of the neutral zone.
What do you want?
Transport my crew and I back to our ship, that we might die on our own terms.
Well, we can't tow them to the neutral zone, can we? They're in Federation space at the moment.
Yeah.
We don't need this guy anymore. Like, we can use them as bargaining chips. But I think we should get back to the bridge and set a course for. This is in Klingon space, though, isn't it?
It's on the other. The system's on the other side of the neutral zone.
Okay. Right. So they've got an outpost of some description. Okay, let's take the ship in there.
Sure. Okay. Well, he kind of wants, like I say, he wants him and his crew to just be left on their ship, basically.
That's what's going to happen. I think we've got more chance of getting a result if we have them to bar with.
Okay. Okay. For speed's sake, then let's just say that you talk with the captain about this.
Yeah.
He's reluctant, but when you explain the whole honor issue and that you don't think you'll probably get anything else out of them, and they'd rather, there's no place. They can't go back.
Well,
to,
essentially, yeah. I mean, they are murderers. This lot.
yeah, but the very fact of the captor thing is like they can't go back to Klingon space now. Like they're dishonored.
Yeah.
Like even in their own eyes, essentially, basically. So the captain, it takes a little bit of discussion, but he does reluctantly agrees to leave them on their ship, but is that in his character though?
No, I think
it's tough.
Actually, we could give them a shuttlecraft because their ship's crippled though, isn't it? So they're not going anywhere.
I think saying they were going to go back on it to die, right? We could.
Yeah, but is that like I say that's what they want? But is that a Starfleet thing to be like? Yeah, we'll let you die. I don't think it is really, is it?
Exactly. Yeah.
These moral quandaries.
Can we trip them and beam them instead onto the Pelican, and then if they can salvage that, then they're fine, and that's good on our conscience. But in all likelihood, they won't be able to fix it and they'll die. And
I feel like it's more in the captain. The captain is more likely to like, rather than let them kill themselves, keep them on board in the brig, because at least they're not just going over there to kill themselves, sort of thing.
Yeah.
We promise him that we'll do that eventually if all goes well, but we have to maintain control at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain, what do you think?
Very well. We will leave them in the brig for the time being. Attacked us as they did, I will still not be party to allowing them to commit suicide. This is a delicate situation. The Kamar system is on the other side of the neutral zone, which, as you know, we are forbidden to cross. I will have to speak to the Admiralty about this. If you need me, I'll be in my ready room. So, as the captain leaves the bridge, you're left with a possible destination for the survivors of the Pelican, a first officer in the brig for an attempted mutiny, and a situation which may be the spark for renewed hostilities between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We'll see how this is all resolved in our final chapter next time. Okay, that's about going to do it for this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in next time for the conclusion of our Star Trek Adventures crossover. Don't forget to go check out the Spotlight guys. Their podcast is available on iTunes, Podbean, wherever pods are found. You can also find the guys on social media, so go ahead and follow them on Twitter @SpotlightPod. Liam is @Liam H. Dempsey, Matt is @MattBrothers2, and Paul is @GrooveDoctor85. You can also find Spotlight on Facebook and Instagram. We here at Pretending with Dice always want to hear your thoughts, comments and questions about the show, and you can get in contact with us on Twitter and Facebook, both of which we are @PretendWithDice. You can also email us directly at pretendingwithdice@outlook.com. If you're listening to us on iTunes, it'd be really great if you could rate and review us as well. We just want to hear your opinions, and it helps to spread us to find new listeners. Once again, thank you so much for listening to us. We'll see you next time.